Okay, so we are live yet again. This is the third day of Young and Earning, and I'm excited again to be your face. Thank you very much to everyone who has decided to be part of what we are doing, and thank you that today we have another amazing individual in our midst who will do justice to what we are going to be discussing yet again today. Okay, so if you are tuning in right now, please go and invite as many individuals as possible to join us on this live stream this afternoon. If you are in any part of the world, please receive your greeting. Nigeria, good morning. Sorry, good afternoon. If you are in the US or in the UK, please good day or good morning or good afternoon, whichever one. Okay. So this afternoon is 12 noon, already 6 minutes past 12. I have with me pharmacist Victoria Onyeje. I hope I am spelling that correctly, please, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Thank you for joining me on this session today. This is day 3, and I'm looking forward to having an exciting time with you today. Okay, so we have read your sweet bio, all the achievements and the accolades and everything that you've gotten. We've come to know who you are. So, but in case there's something we are yet to know about you, so this is time for you to share with us those maybe hidden secrets about you that we're yet to know. All right, that will be beneficial to humanity here. All right, so go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us, any other thing that we ought to know about you while I go to invite people to come to join the live stream now. All right.
Okay, so my name is Victoria Onyeje. I'm from Anambra State, and I like to introduce myself as a pharmacist turned copywriter because I studied pharmacy in the university before I got into copywriting. And I am married and I have a son. So if there are any other questions about myself, I feel better when I'm asked and then I answer.
Okay, fantastic. That's a beautiful
So
thing. So, as usual, I like to know how you started out on this journey. Okay, because this summit is all about the young people who are earning legitimately. Tell us how you started on this journey based on your background and how you switched over. You studied pharmacy and now you are doing copywriting. What's the correlation? We need to understand because a lot of young people. Some days back, I got a call from a young guy, sent me a voice note telling me how bad he's faring. He's studying metallurgical engineering in the university, and that he wants to drop out because he is not happy, and because his parents wanted him to study engineering, but he's not happy, and he just wants to drop out to study what was in his heart. But you have done pharmacy and you're doing copywriting. What's the correlation? Tell us about your journey.
okay, so I wouldn't say there is really any correlation between what I studied and copywriting. But how I started my journey, when I got into copywriting, I was doing my internship at the Chukwemeka Odumegu Juku University Chin Hospital as a pharmacy intern. I was 10 months married and 9 months pregnant when I got into copywriting. So when I graduated in 2020. I did a couple of, I worked in a couple of pharmacy stores, and then after a while in 2021, I started my internship. And at the time, I wasn't really satisfied with my job. I wanted options, I wanted other things. I just had to tell myself that it's not a must that I must be known for one thing or I must confine myself to pharmacy because that's what I studied. So at that time, I started making research, how to make money online and then the various options that are available out there. And I started getting ads about copywriting. Then I believe, as most people do, I started checking out Google, YouTube, and I was learning a ton of things, but I wasn't really getting any specific direction on what exactly to do. And then I signed up for a course. And then after taking the course, I continued practicing what I learned in the course. And then shortly after, less than 3 months after, I started getting clients. I started getting international clients. And then I started earning income that was way more higher than what I was earning as a pharmacist. And then the more I had more clients, the more I enjoyed what I was doing. And then at that time, I knew that I had to switch. So yes, that was how I got into copywriting.
Okay, because listening to you now and you saying that you had to switch, somebody's thinking, so you're switching because of the money, right? How can people come, how can young people come to a balance between the need to make money and the need to follow their hearts? Must money be involved? How do we come to that balance? Because someone listening to you now is saying, okay, she started pharmacy, pharmacy was not giving her money, and now she's doing something that has to give her money. Where do we draw that balance, basically?
Okay, so personally, maybe my view might be biased, but then I would say that the money is important. It's important to do things for passion. I won't say that I have abandoned pharmacy completely. I'm still going to pursue my career, but more from an entrepreneurial perspective than maybe looking for paid employment. So the passion is still there. People still call me to ask me questions about maybe their conditions, about maybe drugs and all of that. But then you need money too to fuel your passion. And copywriting is not exactly abstract from my personality because I've always loved writing. I've been writing like my whole life. I write for Legio. I've been a volunteer and written free for different in different settings, maybe mostly in academic settings. So I still had that love for writing. So why I had to make that temporal switch from pharmacy to writing is that first of all, writing is something that I love. And then, of course, the money, because you can't take away that place. So I would say if maybe your passion is going to take you a very long time before you start maybe generating any revenue from it. If you don't have any other person that is sponsoring you, for those that this is their case, then I would say it's important to get a skill that will make you money until and will make you money while you enjoy your passion, or maybe until you start maybe generating revenue from your passion. And then another way to look at it is that if what you are doing for money is not something you really enjoy, then it's not really worth it because I actually enjoy it. I love writing, I love what I do, and then it's also making me money.
Fantastic. I like how you are stating your points very succinctly. So at this point, I want us to acknowledge our sponsor for today. Our sponsor for today is what is called My Green App Buddy. They are sponsors for today. Their names, the name of the company is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. But let us take a look at what it is that they are offering.
Imagine tuning in daily to the WhatsApp status of a business WhatsApp TV, where Mondays are for positive affirmations, Tuesdays for book recommendation, Wednesday for DIY tech and business tools, then History Thursdays for sharing lessons from grown and existing brands, TGIF for Business Movie Fridays, then Saturdays are for Healthy Habits recommendations, Street Church on Sundays, and not excluding monthly virtual networking and business events. All these you just imagined and more can be your reality when you join My Green App Paddy TV. So join My Green App Paddy TV today.
Okay, so thank you again, Victoria, for accepting to do this with us. So I will ask you a question. You started out by being on LinkedIn, right? For me, LinkedIn, many months or many years ago, LinkedIn used to be to me like a place where people are coming to just share about the jobs that they got, and people will keep telling them thank you and all that, promotions and everything. It wasn't a fun place to be because I like to combine my work with fun. And it was up until this year that somebody said to me, Emeka, you can just build your brand there. You can build yourself as a thought leader there, not necessarily about sharing your job opportunities or whatever. And so I decided to get on LinkedIn, and gradually I'm building my connections there, I'm building my followership. But you started out on LinkedIn, and you've said that you've gotten quite lots of customers and clients on LinkedIn. For the young people who are here, I would like to share with us a bit of that journey and what has kept you on that path. I mean, if it's because perseverance and patience is needed to be able um, to to get results. So tell us a bit about your journey on LinkedIn and how you utilize the LinkedIn platform to be able to make money for you.
Okay, so I actually joined the LinkedIn app, I think sometime in 2020. At that time, I think, okay, that was shortly after I graduated. Then I wasn't even really sure how to position myself on LinkedIn because I didn't know a lot about the app. But I think I heard it from someone. And when I started using it, sometimes I will share about my work, sometimes I will share about maybe drug information and all of that. Then I abandoned it for a while. Then after I got into copywriting, I started hearing a lot about how I can position myself on LinkedIn so that I can attract international clients. Then around I think September last year, I started posting a little bit on LinkedIn. Maybe I might post today and then it will take a little while, then I'll come back. Then the more I heard about the possibilities on LinkedIn, then I decided to show up more. At that time, it was around November when I really got serious with LinkedIn. And then I just had my baby. So I was mostly sharing content about 3 times a week, or maybe 2 times or 4 times a week, as the case may be. So I hear a lot of young people complain about LinkedIn that when they join the LinkedIn app, they're always seeing people sharing success stories. Oh, they're happy to announce this, they're happy to announce that. They maybe, like, some people will tell you that maybe they're intimidated and all of that. To an extent, LinkedIn is still like that. People still share success stories. But then when I joined the platform, that wasn't my concern. My concern was how will I also how will I also make these opportunities available to myself. So when I see people sharing their success stories, it's not in my place whether to doubt them. I just congratulate them, and then I kept looking for ways to maximize and leverage the platform. Then I learned a few things about how to use the search bar to connect with your target clients. Then I started sending personalized connection requests to most people in the US, the UK, Australia, Canada, mostly English speaking countries because they were the clients I was targeting. They are the ones that will pay me what I wanted to be paid. And then I will build a relationship with them. Now, one thing about LinkedIn is that you have to be ready for lots of rejection. That's another thing because you might send, let's say, maybe 20 connection requests and maybe 5 people accept. That's okay because some of these people, they don't know you. They don't know why you are reaching out to them. They probably think that you want to pitch them and stuff like that. So the more I connected with them, my goal then was to get them to see my content. Then I share things around what I was doing at the time, which was copywriting, in a way that would benefit them. And before you know it, they were the ones that started sending me messages. Recruiters from the US started sending me messages. Some people will see maybe my posts or maybe a comment that I left on another top creators post because I was following top creators in the industry that I was in at the time. Now, I wasn't positioning myself as a pharmacist on LinkedIn anymore. I was now positioning myself as a copywriter. And then as time went by, more people started reaching out to me in my DM and asking me to get on a call, asking to know more about what I do. And that's how I started getting lots of international clients on LinkedIn.
Okay, I like that. But then I want you to share a little bit on that because I've met individuals who are on LinkedIn who tell me now that they don't want to show people that they are from Nigeria, right? That it affects how foreign prospects look at them. So even one told me that I needed to shut down my LinkedIn profile and start a new one, and that I should not accept connections or followership from those who are Nigerians, and that it has a way of affecting my relationship with those who are foreigners. Did you do something like that, or what can you advise in terms of attracting these foreign clients? Is there a way we should speak? Is there a way we should write? Should we not use Nigerian slangs for those of us who are in Nigeria? And I need you to give us real specifics because I want people to go home with takeaways that can help them to truly do take specific actions that can give them the results they are looking for.
Okay, so personally, I'm going to say that I don't believe in maybe setting up a profile and choosing a location where you are not in. That's deceptive, and I don't see that as a strategy that is sustainable. So, and also from a moral standpoint. So, personally, On my profile, it says that I'm in Nigeria. It even says the state where I am based in Nigeria. But then we can't take away the fact that many people are put off when they see that you are from a third world country. I've actually had people that they sent me a message on LinkedIn and then they asked my location. And the moment they found out that maybe I wasn't in the US or maybe where they expect me to be from, then they stopped talking to me, they ghosted me. But that's okay because they're not going to, you just have to we have to make peace with the fact that it's not everybody that would want to work with us, and that's okay. We just have to look out for those that will. So one of the things that I look at, like one of the ways I look at LinkedIn is that don't focus on your location, focus on the problem that you solve for your clients. What opportunities are you looking to attract? Let's say that someone is a graphic designer and you want to work with international clients. What problem does your skill solve? Maybe they need maybe graphic content and stuff like that, maybe their to promote their businesses and all of that. Focus on that and then position yourself as someone that solves that problem. Build a powerful personal brand. Write posts that show that you're an authority in this field. Then connect with people in those countries that you're looking to attract. Everybody may not accept your connection request, but then when it comes to putting yourself out there, it's a numbers game. By the time maybe you connect with maybe, let's say, about 100 potential international clients, then at least one of them will be interested in what you do. Then another thing, I connect with a lot of Nigerians and I engage with a lot of Nigerian creators because these are your peers. These are the ones that will comment on your post. These are the ones that will drive engagement on your post. So I won't say that you shouldn't connect with them. Connect with them while still targeting those that you are really targeting. Show up as an authority when they see that you are good with what you do. I've seen so many other Nigerians landing international opportunities. The ones that are interested in that problem that you solve, because when people see that maybe you are getting results, that you are good at what you do, they cannot ignore it, they cannot deny it. And at that point, your location doesn't matter. If maybe someone sees that maybe you've gotten this result for a client or you are capable of doing this thing and you keep positioning yourself, time will come, they'll reach out to you. There are so many Nigerians that maybe they have done lots of certification courses, they have, they have built themselves to a level, and then they optimize their LinkedIn profile to show that when some recruiters see the things that they can bring to the organization, at that point, they are not they're not discouraged by their location. Why there are other cases, why some clients are discouraged by location for cases like maybe tax. Some of them don't want to maybe hire Nigerians to do some jobs for them because of they will not be able to pay tax in their country. So it's a sort of a financial issue for them. And there are also those that just don't want to work with you because you're not in their location, and that's also okay. Just focus on building your network, demonstrating your authority, and the ones who are willing to look beyond location will definitely recognize you for what you do and for who you are.
I like how you are very real about this because even when I started launching books on Amazon, they used to tell me that if I launch with normal Nigeria. Oh, Victoria, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Yeah, I'm saying that I like how you are saying that people can just be real with themselves. Um, because when I started launching books on Amazon, they used to tell us not to use our normal names, but rather use pen names, so that foreigners will not even know that you're Nigerian. Sadly, it's because of the relationship that we've had with people from outside of the nation. But I like the fact that you are saying that you can be your real self while you are. But then I'm asking in terms of two things based on what you've shared. In terms of expression, language, can someone be just himself on LinkedIn? Like for me, I like to crack jokes a lot. Can someone write in pidgin? Can someone write in his own native language? And secondly, we're speaking about connections to those who are outside. When you say connections, does it mean sending them messages inbox or searching them out and following them or placing comments on the posts of those who are foreigners or something like that? We just need to have some specificity around what it is that you just said.
Okay, so I'm going to start by talking about being your authentic self. So I believe that you need to find a balance between showing up as your authentic self and also showing up in a way that resonates with the people you want to attract. That's very important. So personally, I started building my LinkedIn brand because I wanted to attract business owners, founders, co-founders, marketing professionals that are interested in the services that I offer. Now, because of the type of audience that I wanted to attract, I was not looking to maybe to attract Nigerians and maybe just build a Nigerian brand per se. So because of that, I had to show up as professional. As a professional, I had to show up as someone that understands copywriting, as someone that understands marketing. So most of my content revolve around that. Then once in a while, I share pictures where I talk about myself, maybe talk about my family, because in a way, people like to connect with human beings. They want to get to know you. They want to understand your personality. So I do that once in a while. But because of the kind of platform that LinkedIn is, a lot of people come to LinkedIn with business in mind. There are lots of companies on LinkedIn that are there because they want to hire people, they want to network with other people in their industries. So I would say the first thing is to decide, why do you want to show up on LinkedIn? What is your aim? What opportunities do you want to attract? Then, when you decide, then that will help you to position yourself. Then I have seen people that maybe they want to attract a Nigerian audience. Maybe that they have a mentorship for Nigerians. They have books that are targeting Nigerians and all of that. Then it's okay to use slangs, to use jokes, to speak in pidgin English, because that's the kind of audience that you want to attract. There might even be people from other countries that can still reach out to you, but then because of the 80% of people you want to attract are from this region, because they're the ones that will relate to what you share. They're the ones that will relate to your content. But if you're looking to attract people like maybe international brands, then using slangs and always using pidgin English, they're definitely not going to be able to understand your message or what you're sharing. So then there will not be any alignment on understanding, and they may not feel the need to connect with you or to reach out to you. So that plays an important role. And then to the second question, talking about how to grow your network. I was talking about connecting with them. There is this feature on LinkedIn for sending personalized connection requests, like where you can tell people what you do and why you're connecting with them. I generally don't really like maybe pitch my services. I just connect with them. I tell them who I am and what I do. And then some of them respond and maybe they ask you, oh, can I see samples of your work? Or maybe they ask some questions. Then you can also follow the top creators and then engage on their posts. Let's say that you are in a particular niche. Let's say that someone wants to show up as, let's say, a project manager. Then you look for top leaders that talk about project management. Then when they share content, when you engage with their content, many people that are following them, you see your comments. Now you are renting their own large audience to make yourself visible. That's the good thing about engaging on their posts. You are not just doing it for them, you are doing it for yourself, because people that are following them will see your content. So there was this time that I had a client from the US reach out to me. Now he was not connected to me on LinkedIn, but I made a comment on the post of another top marketer that we were both following. And then he checked out my LinkedIn profile without even sending me a connection request. He saw my email address on my profile and then he sent me an email. And then he ended up being a client and all of that. So engage with top creators that you know that they have the target audience that you are looking to attract. And also be on LinkedIn to just like maybe to just network with people, like play the long-term game. It shouldn't just be about maybe the short-term results that you want to get. There are people that maybe you just connect with them. If they're open to a conversation, you can just have a short conversation with them. Later down the line, there might be people that will end up referring you to opportunities. I've had times that I connected with even Nigerians that ended up referring me to opportunities.
Wow, amazing. So my next question. Okay, before I ask the next question, guys. So if you are tuning in live, if you're right now with us on this live stream, please go ahead and share this live stream. Click the share button that you're seeing. Let us have more than 100 shares of this live stream, so that people who are not strictly connected to us can come in and start viewing with us right now and enjoying what we are learning here. So please go ahead right now and click, just tap the share button. All right, tap the share button, and it will be connected to people who are not just here, who will need the message that we're offering. Okay, before I ask you the next question, let me showcase our sponsor for today. Click the share button, guys, and we will be back.
Imagine tuning in daily to the WhatsApp status of a business WhatsApp TV, when Mondays are for positive affirmations, Tuesdays for book recommendation, Wednesday for DIY tech and business tools, then History Thursdays for sharing lessons from grown and existing brands, TGIF for Business Movie Fridays, then Saturdays are for Healthy Habits recommendations, Street Church on Sundays, and not excluding monthly virtual networking and business events. All this you just imagined and more can be your reality when you join My Green App Paddy TV. So join My Green App Paddy TV today.
Okay, so guys, Green App Paddy TV, their link is scrolling down on the screen, so you can visit them. They are the sponsors of Young and Earning for today, My Green App Paddy TV. If you've got WhatsApp, yeah, Paddy TV is where you can get all those information on the days, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, up until Sunday. Lots of information for your small business on their WhatsApp TV. So go ahead and follow them right now, and also check them out. Their website is www.mygreenapppaddytv.carrd.co. It's scrolling right at the bottom of the screen. So go check them out immediately. Okay, so Victoria, I want to ask you concerning copywriting. A lot of individuals are hearing the word copywriting, and all they know about copywriting is that I'm going to make 8 figures, 9 figures, 20 figures, 5 figures, 6 figures, right? And a whole lot of stuff. But I want you to share with us in very simple terms what copywriting is and how can young people start making money utilizing copywriting. Victoria, are you there? Hello, Victoria. Seems she's off a bit. Okay, guys, I think, can you hear me now? Please unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. We can't hear you. Hello, Victoria. Victoria has muted herself. Let me reach out to her and tell her to unmute herself. Okay, guys, so what have you learned so far? And please, if you've got questions, please drop your questions in the comment section so that we can answer your questions. Let me reach out to Victoria. She's muting herself. Okay, so I think she's back.
It was my network connection.
Okay, oh, but you muted yourself at some point. Did you get my question?
No, sir.
Yeah, I said a lot of individuals. Yeah, a lot of individuals think about copywriting about they think about it that if I start doing copywriting, then I'll start earning 5 figures and 6 figures and 20 figures and all that. I just want you to tell us in simple terms what copywriting is, in a way that the layman can understand it. Because a lot of individuals keep hearing copywriting, but many people don't really understand what copywriting is, and how can young individuals start earning utilizing copywriting using their laptops or using their smartphones. I think our network is freezing at our end. So Victoria, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
You got my question right?
You were saying something about that. A lot of people think that they start doing copywriting, that then they'll start earning in 5 and 6 figures immediately.
Yeah, I just want you to explain to us in simple terms what copywriting is.
Sorry, what did you say?
If you can explain to us in very simple terms what copywriting is and how young individuals can start earning from copywriting. I think your network is having some issues.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you, but your visual is freezing. We can't see you moving.
Okay, what about now?
It's still freezing, but we can hear your voice. Go ahead.
Okay, so I can just go on, right?
Yeah, go on. But we're not seeing your face, but go on.
Okay, so copywriting is basically selling with words. So there are lots of people that maybe they have businesses or maybe they're coaches and they want to market their offers. They want to maybe write emails to their potential customers. They want to attract people that are interested in what they're selling, and then they also want to turn those people into clients. So a simple way to define copywriting is that copywriting is basically writing words that sell. So most of these people they don't have time, and then they don't really understand the psychology behind getting people to buy something or maybe growing their brand awareness. So that's basically what copywriting is all about. And then for someone to start earning as a copywriter, definitely you start by understanding what copywriting is all about. So there are tons of both free and paid courses out there that will teach you what copywriting is. And after when you have a basic understanding of what copywriting is, then you start trying to create your own samples. It's mostly called a portfolio. So it's like you're giving yourself experience. Find sample products to write maybe an email, a Facebook ad, like copies around us. Like you always see maybe an advert in your face on Facebook anywhere. So find some products and then write samples for them. Then start reaching out to clients. You can maybe go to LinkedIn, find the emails of some business owners and reach out to them, or just position yourself, build a brand, and share what you know, what you do. You can do this on Facebook, you can do this on LinkedIn, you can do this on Twitter, you can do this on Instagram. And then the more you show your authority as a copywriter, you're sharing the things you've learned, the things you're still learning, sharing the samples you're creating. Those that are interested in what you do will start reaching out to you. And it doesn't mean that it's easy, because now, for some people, there are Nigerians that are looking for copywriters, but then most times we all know that maybe that the international clients usually pay way more. Not all of them, but then there are more of them that are willing to pay more. So you have to first of all create quality samples and then consistently show up, share what you know, demonstrate your expertise for you to really attract quality clients, because people are paying you money to do this stuff. So nobody wants to waste their money. They want to be sure that you are delivering value, quality for the service that they are paying you to offer. So yeah, that's how you can get started and start earning as a copywriter.
Fantastic. So I wanted to tell us a little bit about your challenges, what challenges you've had, and in trying to make a transition from just pharmacy to what you're doing now, and perhaps in dealing with clients, especially foreign clients. What challenges have you had? Do they look down on your identity? Do they look down on your ethnicity? No, challenges that you think that young people can experience when they are on this path that you are on.
Okay. One of the challenges that I've had on LinkedIn, as I said, I'm positioning myself more as a copywriter than a pharmacist, because those are the opportunity. That's the opportunity I want to attract on my LinkedIn. So some of these people don't even really know that I'm a pharmacist. They just know that I'm a copywriter and a marketer. But one of the major challenges I've had is rejection. There are people, as I said, that there are potential clients that will start talking. They can ask for my samples and all of that, and everything is going on fine. They're impressed. But the moment that they find out that I'm in Nigeria, some of them don't want to move forward. But initially, when I started, it will bother me, and I'll be like, at least they could have told me maybe why they're not interested and stuff like that. But then at the end of after a while, I had to get over it. I know that I have to move on to the next potential client that is willing to take a chance on me. So rejection is one of them. There are so many times I have applied to so many people that are looking for a copywriter, and some of them will not even do you the decency of telling you that they are not interested. They will just not respond. Then there are people that will reach out to you and then stop responding the moment that they find out that you are a Nigerian. Then another thing is the ones that they want to pay you extremely low because they feel that you are from a third world country. The same service that maybe someone in their own country will offer them for a certain amount, they will want to pay like maybe 1/10 or even less, a little fraction for that same service, because I think some of them maybe they just check Google, maybe they will find out the minimum wage in Nigeria, and then they want to offer you something really little. So that's another challenge. And then another thing is they're in different time zones. But if you really want to make it work, that means if you want to work with some of those clients, you might have to adjust your productive hours to their own time zones. I don't really see that as a challenge because I see that as a little sacrifice to make. Then another challenge that I have had is that there are also a few times that you see some of the potential foreign clients that they want to take advantage of you. Maybe they want you to just maybe work for free, or they want you to work without paying you, or they want to talk to you in a condescending manner because maybe they feel they are doing you a favor. But one of the things that I have learned is that when you work at perfecting your skill, you know the value you are bringing, you know what you are bringing to the table. Let's say that a client asks me to do something and I do it to the very best of my ability in a way that benefits his or her business. Now I'm the one bringing the value. I'm the one helping you to grow your business. I'm the one helping you to get more people that are interested in your brand and more customers. So you are not doing me a favor. It's a win-win. We are mutually, like, I am rendering a service and you are paying me for my service. In fact, most times the client is benefiting more because you can write something that maybe they're paying you maybe 600, $1,000 for, and then the revenue the client will generate from it is way more than what they paid you. So when you understand this, you know that being from Nigeria doesn't mean that you should make yourself a walkover, or that maybe you should accept extremely low pay. It's okay to start little when you don't have many clients. It's when you've not had any clients, it's okay to maybe even offer to work for free so that you have an experience to share. But when you have developed your skill and expertise to a certain level, then at that time you can demand what you know that is the industry standard for the skill that you offer. And then, so that's it.
Oh, fantastic. I'm enjoying all the things that you're sharing, and you're sharing from the depth of your experiences. And I'm very, very excited that you are very, very open to this. Okay, the next question I want to ask you on this is family life. What role does you are married, you're young, what role does family life play in your achievement, your attainment of success?
That's a very interesting question. I must say that to a large extent, family life has contributed a whole lot to my success. I mean, in my bio, you can see that my husband has been very supportive, extremely supportive. Why I can't take away the challenges of being a mother, because when I got into copywriting, I said I was 9 months pregnant when I started learning it. And then a few weeks after, I had my baby. Then at that point, I felt like maybe I can keep it for later and all. But then I had to remind myself that there is no perfect time to do something that you want to do. You can either keep making excuses or you can start making a move, because there will always be a reason why you can't. There will always be maybe later. Like I just told myself, when will exactly be the perfect time? So I can as well start now, even if it's 1 hour, even if it's 2 hours a day that I can give to learning this thing and improving myself, then I will do it. And then my husband was also really supportive. Like he was giving every support that I needed, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, financially, in every single way. So that played a very important role. When I started and I was getting lots of rejections, My husband was actually like the person that helped me to develop an ironclad mindset to know that it doesn't matter. I mean, like just focus on the ones that will be interested in what you do and all of that. Sometimes when like some of the maybe when I meet clients that maybe they want to walk over and all, like I just feel like it's always good having that support system. There are times that I get some maybe gigs and I'm wondering, can I really do it? Will I have the time and all of that? My husband is the person that he believes in me. I feel like he believes in me more than I believe in myself. He would always tell me it is possible. I know you are excellent, you can do it. So I'll say that my family life played an important role. So because of that, I always had that feeling that I can do it. There is somebody that supports me. There is somebody that stands by me. I remember when I like there are just so many things to share. Like when I start talking about different ways that my husband has been supportive, and then why there are challenges from being a mom, I didn't also allow that to hold me back.
I like husband specifically because the online space now is filled with lots of toxicity where people think that men and women cannot be in beautiful relationships that are quite supportive. So, this era where they are saying lots of things about, warped feminism, it looks like it seems to be like a struggle between males and females who would dominate, one another. I like the fact that you're saying that your spouse has been a great support to you, and this is like a piece of advice that you've given to young people who are there. Um, if I may, I know that this may be a little bit divergent, if you may allow me, but can you drop some pieces of advice regarding relationships? Because a lot of young people are either in one form of relationship that is not really supporting their dreams, or they are scared to get into one. So, what are your takes regarding relationship with regards to the dynamics of our time?
Okay. So personally, when I talk about relationships, I see from the view that one of the most important things is being with someone that shares your values and your beliefs. Like this is very important to me. If you're a Christian, go for someone that is a Christian. This is my personal ideology. When people have similar values and similar belief system, a lot of potential struggles are eliminated. So personally for me, before I got married, I wanted someone that was as passionate about God as I was. I wanted someone that believed in my dreams. And from the conversations that we had before we got married, my husband really mirrored this ideology. Like, like from the way he was even like maybe motivating me and a lot of things. And then another thing is that I believe that relationship is a teamwork. Particularly, let's say when you look at it from the marriage perspective, I always say that this is two becoming one. So there is no competition, there is no power tussle. And then from based on my belief system, I also believe that in marriage there is the woman's role to submit and then the man to love. And then when a man loves the wife and the wife submits to the man, I don't know if I have seen anything that is more beautiful than that, because there is a level of peace, there is a level of joy, because someone that loves you will definitely want you to be the best, that to be the best of yourself. When I hear a lot of people say that maybe they're scared of getting into relationships and all of that, their fears are valid because there are so many negative information flying around about relationships and marriage. But then I wouldn't say that they should let that fear hold them back. I'll personally say ask God for what you want, then work on yourself, build yourself, work on your character to also be the kind of person that will attract what you want. Because there are some times that people they're always looking for maybe the best partner, the best this, but personally themselves are not developing themselves. They probably have toxic character traits and are looking for someone that will be comfortable with their toxic character traits. So be the person that can attract the kind of person that you want. So if I want someone that loves God, if I want someone that will love me, I will definitely not be someone that will frustrate God's son when God finally sends his son for me. So just trust God, pray towards it, find someone that shares your values, your belief system, and if you see any red flag, then make sure that you make a decision. It might be a tough decision, but it's better to protect your future than jeopardize your future when you see something you're not comfortable with and then you still walk into it.
Fantastic. Okay, before I go to the last two questions for this session, because we have done 50 minutes already, it's 50 minutes past 12, 10 minutes to 1. Let me also thank our sponsors for today. My Green Party app. Visit mygreenpartyapptv.carrd.co. It's scrolling right at the bottom of the screen. Let's show what they are offering.
Imagine tuning in daily to the WhatsApp status of a business WhatsApp TV, where Mondays are for positive affirmations, Tuesdays for book recommendation, Wednesday for DIY tech and business tools, then History Thursdays for sharing lessons from grown and existing brands, TGIF for Business Movie Fridays, then Saturdays are for healthy habits recommendations, Street Church on Sundays, and not excluding monthly virtual networking and business events. All these you just imagined and more can be your reality when you join My Green App Paddy TV. So join My Green App Paddy TV today.
Okay. That's My Green App Party TV for business people. Okay, the next question I want to ask you, that's the second to the final question, is before that, guys, please go ahead and share. Just click the share button, okay? Click the share button now and share this live stream immediately, okay? Click the share button. It's not nice that we are watching and we're not sharing what we're learning. Click the share button as you can see on your screen, and invite your friends and family to be part of what it is we were doing. Okay, so Victoria, tell me in very specific terms, all right, as simple as you can, very specific and concisely, how did you build your personal brand on LinkedIn? I don't know if it's only LinkedIn that you're utilizing. If you're also on Facebook, I think all of them are also social media channels. So how did you build? If you can share with us 2, 3, 4, or 5 strategies that you've been utilizing to build your personal brand and the audience that you're building that is making money for you, okay?
Okay, so I use LinkedIn, I use Twitter, I use Instagram, I use Facebook, but then if you notice, like my Facebook, I don't share a lot about copywriting on my profile. I basically mostly just share my faith and then my family. But LinkedIn is the main social media platform that I use for attracting clients. So how I built my personal brand on LinkedIn, I started by growing my network. I connected with other copywriters, other marketers, other people in the same industry that I was in, both in Nigeria and outside Nigeria, both the people in locations where I'm hoping to get clients from, because your connection matters. How large is your network? There are people that I've had people that they reach out to me, some foreign clients, and they're like, oh, you have over 5,000 following on LinkedIn. Like, they're impressed by that, but it doesn't really matter, because I started attracting clients even with less than 1,000 connections. But my point is that it's important to build your personal brand. It's important to build your network. Then another strategy I used besides connecting with people was sharing content around what I do. You have to demonstrate some level of authority. When I just finished learning copywriting, I will share some tips. I just figured out the people that I want to attract as clients, what problems do they have? Maybe they are struggling to get people to buy their products, or maybe they are getting people to buy, but not the amount of people they want. They want more customers. They want their brand to get more awareness. They want more people to join their email list. Then I share free content on how they can do these things. I just share free advice. Then I know that a lot of them may not have the time to do it, because we are talking about CEOs and top executives, and that's what makes them to reach out to me. So I share something that they will find valuable. I share copywriting tips for aspiring copywriters, beginner copywriters, and even business owners that want to implement copywriting to grow their business as well. So that's being a thought leader. Developing your brand to be an authority in what you do is one of the things that really makes you stand out. Then growing your network, because you need the network that will see the content that you're sharing. People will not reach out to you. They don't even see your posts. They don't see your profile and all. So they need to notice you for them to reach out to you. Then another thing is consistency. It may not be every day. When I started, I remember I said I was posting about 3 to 4 times a week, but to an extent, I was consistent with it. Then focusing on the long term. Some people give up too early. Maybe they start, maybe 3 months, 6 months, they don't see the results they're looking for, then they give up. I believe that at least maybe give yourself 1 year consistently. But then a lot of people with 3 months of consistency, you will start seeing results. But let me just say 1 year for the benefit of that. Then another thing is that if you really have the skill, some people want to get clients without even building the skill. When you start by growing the skill, investing in yourself, it will show in the content that you share. It will show that maybe you're not just putting up a show, that you really know this thing, that you really understand it. So just to simplify it, growing your network, sharing content that shows what you do, and then showing up consistently and in an authentic way. So yeah.
Thank you so much, Victoria. Thank you so much for this. I'm very grateful. So the last question is, what pieces of advice will you give to young individuals who want to toe the same line that you are on now, becoming copywriting experts and making money for themselves? What do they need? Do they need the phone? What exactly, and what do they need? Your pieces of advice for them.
Okay, so one of the things I'm going to start by saying is that you should not be afraid to invest in yourself, and understand that most times understand that the internet has given everybody a level playing ground. If you're watching this video, which means you have access to a mobile phone or a laptop and you have data, that's like literally all you need. I know people that they started these things with just their phones. So once you have access to the internet, there are some people will tell you they don't have money. There are so many free resources online for you to learn the things that you want to learn. While it's even better if you invest in yourself by investing in a course or a mentor, because mentorship shortens your learning curve. Mentorship and coaching from people that are really delivering on their promises, it shortens your learning curve. There are so many times I see people that are like, oh, so if this person is making money from this skill, why are they still maybe asking people to pay them for a course? Because one, people don't value free things. Paying for it is what helps you keep yourself accountable and get to the finishing line. That is what helps you commit to it. And then it gives you some level of access to the people that know what you know. And then another thing is to find other people that are interested or doing what you do, and then network with them. And don't be entitled. There are people that they feel so entitled to people's time, to people's knowledge, and they just think that maybe that you don't have any other thing that you are doing with your time. So if you want to learn and you know people that are doing these things, if they have a course, buy it. It will shorten your learning curve. And if they don't, or maybe you don't see, there are so many free information online that you find. Then another thing, don't be scared of rejection. There are so many people that when they get into copywriting, maybe then when they make a few applications and they're not accepted, then they get rejected. Rejection is part of the game. You have to focus on numbers. Marketing is a numbers game. Focus on at least when you reach out to as much people as possible, there will always be a little percentage that will be interested in what you do. Then sharpen your skill. You might say, okay, what if I start and I don't have experience? How will I get people that are interested? Give yourself experience. Find ways to start practicing the things that you are learning. So give yourself the experience. If it's copywriting, write samples and all of that. Sharpen those samples. Find people that will give you feedback. It could be free or paid communities where you get feedback to get better at what you do. Then be consistent. When you start reaching out, when you start learning, when you start building your personal brand, don't show up today and maybe disappear for 1 month and come back. The moment people keep seeing your content, your name keeps showing up on their faces, they keep you in mind. And when they are ready to get someone, you'll be the one that they will reach out to. So I believe that with these things, anybody that really wants to toe this line will be able to. And yeah.
Wow. Thank you very much, Victoria. You've been amazing. Been amazing sharing with us. I'm wondering why I never knew who you were up till yesterday, day before yesterday. But thank God our paths have connected, and that there's something about me when I connect with individuals at a gum body, like, you get what I mean. I'm trying to build my LinkedIn presence and utilize that platform to make money for myself and also to build myself. I think I'm getting close to 6,000 followers there, and I'm building
Wow, I
gradually.
follow you on LinkedIn.
Oh wow! So I'm building gradually. Okay, thank you very much. So guys, before we go, I want you to share this video right now to those who you know can participate. Just
Oh,
click
I
on share.
wanted to say one more thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I wanted to talk about the importance of building relationship with people and being confident. One of the things that changed the game for me when I started reaching out to international clients is important for young people to know that people are only as powerful as you perceive them to be.
Hmm.
So you can reach out to anybody. Yes, people as powerful as. So I had to, take away this place that maybe, oh, what if they see me this way? Don't self-reject. Don't reject yourself. What if they don't receive me and all of that? Reach out to them because you need to work on your mindset. When you know that these people are human beings like you, so you are the one that is putting them in that box. Reach out to them, and you might be amazed how many people that might be willing to connect with you, to get to know you, even if they may not be interested in your services, but then you have them in your network. So don't be afraid to build relationships. Building relationships should not just be because of what you want to get from it. Just get to know people, get to meet people, ask about what they do, and then it gets easier from there. And with one new opportunity, you get closer to the next opportunity. And also to mention that I also have a copywriting course and a LinkedIn course for those that might be willing to learn from me about how I've gotten the results that I have.
Thank you so much. Let's have
Imagine
Thank
tuning
you.
in daily to the WhatsApp status of a business WhatsApp TV, where Mondays are for positive affirmations, Tuesdays for book recommendation, Wednesday for DIY tech and business tools, then History Thursdays for sharing lessons from grown and existing brands, TGIF for Business Movie Fridays, then Saturdays are for Healthy Habits recommendations, Street Church on Sundays, and not excluding monthly virtual networking and business events. All these you just imagined and more can be your reality when you join My Green App Paddy TV. So join My Green App Paddy TV today.
Okay, so thank you everyone for being part of this session. I'm very glad we have come to the end of today's session. Thank you very much, Victoria, for being part of this. My regards to your
Thank you
husband
for having me.
and your family in general. Thank you for blessing us with your beautiful face and with your wonderful brain and sharing from the depth of your experiences. And you are embodying the fact that you can be any part of the world and still give value. Of course, if we mention the state where you are may not be in the map, so to say, of the big cities, that people take cognizance of with regards to people doing exploits, but you are there, and from there, you are reaching the rest of the world. Thank you very much for being an embodiment of that example. And we hope that those who have tuned into this session will tap into your intelligences to be able to better their own lives. So God bless you for coming in. You will get better deals. You grow bigger. You will excel
Amen.
more. You will go
Amen.
beyond the shores where you are currently right now. And we trust that more
Amen.
profits and more money will come in your direction. So thank you very much for being part of
Amen.
this.
Amen.
And from me to you, here I am in the city of Port Harcourt. From me to you, anywhere you are. And trust me, as we said, there are no excuses. This is not my office where I am. I came to speak at an event, and then when I got to 11:50, I took an excuse from them and came into an office here, and I've done this live stream, and I'm going back again to continue my speaking engagement. So you see, there are no excuses whatsoever. If you put your mind to it, to do it, and remove excuses regarding the achievement of your success, then you can achieve. Tomorrow I have another event, but before I do that event, I'm still going to do the summit before we do the event. I'm going to be in someone else's office doing what I know how to do best. Okay, so there's no excuse whatsoever regarding your achievement of your goals. So thank you very much, and God bless you. From me to every one of you who has tuned into this session, please you can still share this session to your friends and family. God bless you all for tuning in. Goodbye.
Thank you for having me. God bless you as well.
Bye. We'll talk.
Goodbye. Okay.